The National Sorghum Producers is a commodity organization dedicated to improving the sorghum industry through advocacy and leadership. By leading legislative and regulatory change through effective policy and relationships, NSP aims for a more profitable, diverse, and competitive sorghum industry. NSP services a variety of membership programs to better serve the sorghum industry. Let's take a closer look at how each of these programs work toward a better, more profitable industry. Individual members are the heart and soul of the National Sorghum Producers. We exist to serve producers and act as the voice of the sorghum industry for farmers through legislative and regulatory representation. NSP appreciates each individual member and their vital contribution to our survival as an organization. Each member receives a number of benefits, including first-class representation in Washington, D.C., with access to first-hand information about the decisions made and how they affect the industry. Weekly Sorghum Notes, the sorghum industry's premier newsletter. Subscription to Sorghum Grower Magazine, the only magazine published just for sorghum producers. And the opportunity to enter the NSP Yield and Management Contest.
Well, producer membership in any organization, any ag organization, is extremely important because the producers that's what they do is produce. They don't advocate. And so we really need organizations like NSP to represent the best interests of our producers in the regulatory area and in legislative areas, and to combine their resources to do the best job of getting what the producer needs from whatever organization that they're trying to influence.
NSP is proud to partner with elevators around the country through its elevator membership program. eMember is an opt-in program for elevators who recognize the importance of legislative representation in Washington, D.C., and want the best in sorghum education for themselves and their customers. As an eMember, all elevator grower members, staff, and customers receive automatic NSP membership with all benefits included. Financial support from the Industry Partner Program allows NSP to be the best in the world at representing the U.S. sorghum industry and our farmers. Our partners help us provide the resources needed to achieve our goals and serve the industry. With new markets constantly emerging for grain, sweet, and high biomass forage sorghum, new doors of opportunity are opening. From biofuels to birdseed, sorghum has an ever-growing place among major commodities. For companies looking to connect with sorghum producers, NSP offers numerous opportunities.
We have 3 ethanol plants in the High Plains, Southern Plains, 2 in Kansas, 1 in Texas. We consume somewhere in the midst of around 75 million bushels a year. We try to make as much of that as we can milo, sorghum, which was kind of how we got brought into the National Sorghum Producers. We're a firm believer in the value that sorghum has for both the end user and the producer, and felt like we could help influence and help drive some of the programs that they had.
Sustainable Crop Insurance Services is an agency subsidiary of NSP and dedicated to providing farmers the information they need to choose the proper insurance. Our goal is to give the producer the knowledge to choose the right insurance for each specific situation.
Sustainable crop insurance started back in 2006. 2 reasons. One, being as a funding source for the organization, for NSP. The other was we were dealing a lot with crop insurance even back then, and we're dealing with it even more now, but even back then we realized that crop insurance is going to be more and more important as we move forward with a safety net of some type for farmers, and we need to understand crop insurance. So the best way to understand it is get in with it, both feet, and so we did, and it's been good.
The NSP Yield and Management Contest provides sorghum farmers with the opportunity to showcase their crop, competing with other farmers across the sorghum belt. This contest allows our industry to recognize some of the best growers in the country. Contest winners are recognized each year at an awards banquet in conjunction with Commodity Classic and are featured in the spring edition of Sorghum Grower Magazine. The Sorghum PAC is NSP's bipartisan political action committee, which uses monetary PAC contributions made by individual NSP members to elect and re-elect senators and members of Congress who support sorghum producers. The newest addition under the NSP umbrella of services is Elite Ag Management, a subsidiary of NSP, which offers landowners professional farm management services. Elite Ag also specializes in strategic analysis of data and trends in agriculture to help sorghum companies and producers be more profitable. The National Grain Sorghum Foundation promotes research and education for sorghum and helps develop the leadership potential of active university students interested in studying agriculture and the sorghum industry. Membership shows commitment to a greater future for sorghum through the education of new producers and scientists, and a willingness to give back to the industry's seedsmen, producers, and end users.
The purpose of the National Sorghum Foundation is to provide educational and research funding to further improve the crop in all of its various aspects through development, production, marketing, promotion, communication.
Together, these programs work to create positive change in the sorghum industry. NSP continues to advocate for growers, elevators, industry partners, and future sorghum leaders through a variety of programs funded by membership. For more information, visit www.sorghumgrowers.com.